Hello and welcome to episode 17 of our Timberborn Update 7 Emberpelts playthrough, cycle 29, day 19. Last time, we talked a little bit about putting maybe one of our monuments up here, and then we kept expanding a whole bunch of different things, including trees. Yeah, I know, anticlimactic, but we also have some tubeways and some power shafts run over here for future developments that we may want to pursue. And right off the bat, since we're already here, let's go ahead and take a look at this level where we have these bad tide diversion things set up. It was pointed out to me by one of you guys in the comments that when we have a bad tide, it's possible that we could get bad water coming back through here and then via this shaft here all the way down to the bottom and potentially flooding the whole map. So let's avoid that if at all possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these tubeways out here. We really don't need them, and I'm not going to babysit them, so we're going to get that stuff out of here. And then, oh, I accidentally deleted the sluices. Okay, well, you know what? I deserve that. Let's fix that real quick. Let's hit pause. I'll just put a tiny tubeway station here. Yep. So you know, do as I say, not as I do, etc. I can put these right here and make sure these are set to close above contamination of 1%. And then you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. Let's get these prioritized. Let's get those prioritized. Which, you know what, actually kind of happy accident way is actually going to let us pick up some of the rubble here. Except for the stuff on this backside, I'll just conveniently get rid of that. So, you know, win some, lose some. Get that taken care of. And then, yes, I am going to take this two-way piece out and just put a levee block in here. So there's no chance of anything bad happening, except now I have to wait for this. Let's get that on triple speed and come back and take a look at that in a little bit. I mean, we are in the middle of a drought, so, you know, it's fine. We come back over here to our, you know, well-being, housing, food area. I mentioned trying to figure out how to get power run into the triple lodge here. But then somebody left a comment and said, you know what, the two-way station can probably also take care of that for you, because it should conduct power and it's connected to your housing. So, I believe if I have all of this actually touching, which it may or may not, depending on how we want to do this. Like, these all light up when I click on them, so I think it's fine. But yeah, two-way here. I have... Oh. That's what I already did. How do I not remember? Yikes. That's pretty bad, folks. I can't remember that. Well, old man yells at cloud. So they'll take care of that, and then that'll be powered. The only thing... That's embarrassing. But the only thing we have to do to get this... powered is going to be to get some sort of power, well, obviously, from the housing over to here. And I liked the idea that somebody left, I forget who it was, apologies, but saying, you know what, you could have power shafts through here. You don't have to have housing touching this, but you could make like a little bit of a park type thing, which I think is a fun idea. So, if we were to do that, we could either come in from this side, or we could come in from one of these sides just by putting in another one of these overhangs here. I think that's going to be the cleanest way to do it. So all I've got to do, if we're going to have this on the very end here, is put in this 3x1. And then very simply pop that guy right there. And then that's going to allow us, I have plenty of signs for this. Get this researched. And get this right here. And they can build it. They don't currently have a way to reach anything, so without building additional housing, which, you know, we honestly probably do need, but I'd like this to be something that makes sense before I commit to the layout. All we got to do is just put a walkway entrance in here, and then they can walk out here, build this, build this, build this, and we'll be all good to go. And then this can be powered whenever they finish all this stuff down here. They are, of course, taking their time, because it does just take time, as we've learned. Come over here to our mishap area. Those are in place. Good. No storage available. Well, you know what that means, folks. It means it's time to just yeet them and delete them. Get these things right on out of here. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. And then the simplest way to do this, remember we... Oh, wait. No, we have dirt. We have dirt. Why do we... No. We'll just do this. Put the terrain block in. seal it up, and problem solved. So at some point, we'll probably do some other stuff over here. But it's good to know that's taken care of. There's also, you know, I really liked this idea, actually, of just damming this up. And then there's a little bit right here as well, turning this into a huge reservoir. We already have this, which is really big. But could you imagine? We have 3 different sets of sources here. We have these sources here, which we still have not rerouted. I do need to do that. I don't think that's a today thing, though. We have those there. We have these here, which we could also very easily reroute into this bad water channel here. We may have to make it a tiny bit bigger. But I like that idea. This would probably fill up pretty fast. Just coming straight. There's more here. There's so many water sources. Too many water sources. But I digress. How are we doing on this construction here? Actually making some pretty nice, pretty quick process. Very good. Power shaft here, which means this, in theory, should be connected. Once those are done. But yeah, those power shafts are lighting up. I like that. That is fantastic. Because then everything will be powered. Just as soon as that's done. Alright, now I should, assuming this is all taken care of, be able to scroll up. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. This is all, look at that. I love that. That's so good. Alright, they obviously can't reach this. Too far from a district. What do you mean I can't? Okay, so I can't build a doorway. I can't even talk. Can't build a doorway from the inside. Still can't pronounce a doorway with a W correctly. Good job. Get that ladder just all the way up, I suppose. All right. Well, that's a little bit of an anticlimactic, not quite as fun thing. But you know, gotta have the railing for safety purposes. Yeah, just bring this over here. They'll take care of it. All right, let's see. Other stuff to discuss. I do still want to put the housing bridge across the little chasm here, or maybe somewhere else on the map. But I want to make sure I have a good design for it first before I commit. We also have the big bridge mod. Look at this, 60. That's huge. We also have this one that's 30. And we have this one that is 20. So, you know, there's probably a couple places where we could build something like this that would be pretty stinking cool. I just have to be able to figure out, you know, pathing for stuff. Like, say right here. Is this the same level? It is not. That is one level higher. Okay, we'd have to do something here. Are these Royal G Bridge? Is that a pun on the order of colors in a rainbow? Roy G. Biv, maybe? I don't know. Bin Bridge, and that's the name of the mod. Or Big Bridges, or maybe the... I can't remember. I can't remember anything. I'm assuming this is like an actual bridge somewhere. Forgive my lack of knowledge on the subject, but I want to build one of these things, because I think... Oh, yeah, it fits right there. I just think it's so cool. It's huge. It's completely insane. Completely, you know, like, why is this in the game? But I love it. I think that looks fantastic. Now, obviously, I would have loved to put trains across this, but as we discussed in a previous video, the train mod does, unfortunately, not work with the Emberpelts like it used to. Not really sure why. But we can still send beavers across this with two-ways or with just regular paths. I want to find somewhere to put this. That finger's on the wrong buttons. Good job. I think it's cool. It looks neat. Sometimes that's enough to like something, is just say, you know what, I think it's neat. Oh, good. They're building our tribute to ingenuity. So, you know what sounds really good, folks, is right about now doing a little bit of a time-lapse on the construction of the tribute to ingenuity. We should have just about all the materials for it. If not, we'll be able to make them pretty quickly. So we'll let them get that taken care of and enjoy the massive benefits of well-being for our beavers, and then talk about what's next. All right, and now we have a tribute to ingenuity without any of the other monuments. But it's going. Wow. And it is at 100%. Look at that. Look at that. Our power supply... Oh, never mind. It flipped negative again. But I am feeling pretty good about this. I think that looks nice. And I'd like to put the other monuments in as well. Now that, you know, we have 45,000 science sitting here. So let's get those unlocked. And I'd like this to all to be in range of the housing, so if it's one more this way, it gets all of those. I know this has the smallest range out of any of them. So, depending on how we want to have... I could put this one right here, and then I could put this other one right in this spot. It would need to be on top of something to match. Well, I'll tell you what. In the interest of... Every time I say in the interest of, I think of that... I don't know. Anyone who ever flew in or out of the Atlanta airport in the last, I don't know, 25 years, there's this pre-recorded message that was like, in the interest of air safety, please do not leave your baggage unattended. Or, like, report... Well, anyway, that's everything that it plays in my head every single time. Nobody has any idea what I'm talking about, and I'm just insane, but that's fine. Business as usual. We're going to continue putting Labor Monument over here. And then on... Well, I have to have this put in first. But I just think that is going to be a decent place for this to go. Feel free to disagree. That's always allowed. But I do think symmetry is cool. And, well, semi-symmetry. That'll work. And it gets just about every single beaver... Yeah, every beaver, sleeping-wise at least, is covered with this. So let them do that. I just had an idea during that time-lapse about the bridge placement. And... I was thinking, you know what? It would probably fit almost perfectly over here. And if I wanted to replace this builder set... Oh, nobody's working here anyway. Who cares? Get that out of here. If I wanted to put this right about here, I think it would work. I would just need to remove a little bit... Maybe. It's kind of hard for me to do this in real time. Just recognize that. Well, they have... no, there is no other way to get over here. Okay, let's make sure we don't actually strand anybody. Let's just disconnect that. Disconnect that just to be sure. No, nobody's running around crying and screaming, no, don't strand me over here. So, it would be kind of weird if the beavers did that, but... I digress. Let's get this out of here. Let's get this out of here. Because I would like to try and get one of these mega bridges up. Because I think they're cool. How many times are you going to say that? I don't know. Until it stops being cool, probably. Now, if I put this here, it requires 3 wide. Why is this saying it doesn't want to let me do it? Must be built on the ground. Okay. Is there something on the ground that is already preventing me from placing my enormous bridge? Or do I just have no depth perception? Oh! The other end is floating! Well, there's your problem. Okay, so now, new idea. I can blast... yeah, I can blast this off that I don't have the... okay. So that's the ground... Oh, how cool would that be if that just attached right there? But no, I don't really have the space for this. Well, I'll tell you what. Is this gonna... No. I am, among many other things, extremely stubborn. And I refuse to give up if I don't absolutely have to. With something like this. So, here, I know, back again. I would like to put this bridge right here. Which means that I'm going to have one more piece of dirt right here. How am I going to build it? Well, I removed the bridge, so I can't. You know what that means? It means I need to figure out a way to get a tubeway over here. Natural conclusion seems to be just to get this tunnel extended all the way down here. No, because it's useful to have connections. No way! Oh, is that going to connect there? Oh, I love it when this happens. I absolutely love it when this happens. That's the very bottom of the map. Can't go any lower. But that is going to cause a problem. Because then it's going to create a tunnel. Oh, you know what? Oh, this is awesome. This is the best day ever. I get to use the tubeway levee tunnel. Yes. Yes. Oh, I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I have it in the notes for this series in my little episode document. And people say, hey, you know, you can build two-way levees. It's like, I'm never going to have an opportunity to use those. And here we are. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This is an unreasonable amount of excitement. But, yes, the two-way levee tunnel can go right here. What a glorious day this is. Why did that one skip? So this is going to this is going to connect right here, which also goes to here and also goes to here, which connects to everything. Oh, I love this. I love this with my entire heart. Okay, and then the bridge. Oh yes. Oh yes, friends. Absolutely glorious. I hope they can actually build all this. Yeah, they can. Okay. Boy, what an emotional roller coaster these last couple minutes of this video have been for me. This is all operating just fine. Somehow we still don't have a ton of trees. I remember I was going to do something over here, and I was going to put in another one of these irrigation things. Yeah. I also saw somebody left a comment saying that I should... I don't really have a direct way to get over here. But I should put stairs as close as possible to the forester that's going to use them. And I'm trying to figure out what that would be. Because they can't go this way. They can't go that way unless they come out to here. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-ish. Probably right here. I was trying to decide between here and here. But I'd do that there. And then there was also something about the staircases I already placed were too far. They're closer opportunities, but I don't think that's the case. I think this is about as close as they can really get, honestly. Maybe it was about this one. Oh, it probably was. Saying I should have put one here instead. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. So this one right here actually would be a good place. Let's unplant this tree, and then I'll put a staircase there. Yeah, that's going to be so much better. Okay, well-being at 50. Did we get that other monument built then? Hey, lag, thank you. No, we did not get the other monument built, so I don't know what that's about. Okay, that's fine. And can they build this from the ladder here? Oh, I'm sure they can. All right, I wanted to make sure I didn't block this off. All right, labor monument can get built there. We made any progress on our... Oh, yes, very good. Very good, Beavers. Oh, you know what we could do is we could put power shafts over here too. And then, depending on how I wanted to do this, I imagine it would probably be possible to dig this out, 2 more tiles, and then put in compact water wheels in our bad water. I'm having so many cool ideas. You know, every once in a while I do start feeling like, okay, well maybe this Timberborn thing is played out. Maybe I got nothing left in me. And then something cool like this happens, and I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. So, that's going to be a tunnel. Honestly, it's going to be faster to just do it this way. Honestly, I kind of want to fill this in with dirt. But, I think for right now, I'll just leave this. I am going to super deprioritize the power shaft bits of this, because that really is not relevant. It's just something cool that would be nice to have later. It's a surprise tool that'll help us later. What do you mean they can't build this? Oh, man, come on. You're going to make me do an extra 2 seconds of work here. Oh, what do you mean I can't put... Okay. That's on me. That's on me. Let's hit B for boom. Oh, that was... Okay, the shadow made me think that there was, like, another gap down here. I will just put a platform so they can actually place this one single piece of dynamite. Wait, who has wet fur? How do you have wet fur? Why is your fur wet? Did I bust a hole in this or something? No. Well, it's fine. They're going to keep working on that. Well-being of 48. We haven't looked at this in a while, actually. Apples, apples, apples. We need more apples. We haven't made apple pies, scones, cornbread, or pepper bread. That's part of the Emberpelts food extension. Add-on mod. Honestly, everything else is looking okay. It's looking alright. I know we need to do something about food. That was another comment somebody left saying we need to do that, but I'm going to very firmly classify that as a next episode problem. Or, well, 52, okay. 53. Do I see 55? 55, 55. Yeah, there we go. I'd make a bad auctioneer, but I can read those numbers. Yeah, I know we need to expand stuff. We don't have apples. We definitely need to plant more apples. And apple tree, apple tree, apple tree. I think the logical thing, honestly, is just to expand this to be all apple trees. So if I unplant all of this corn, we can eventually do that. And then I guess that answers the question. I know I said it was going to be next episode, but I can do a little bit here. I guess that answers the question about what I'm going to do with the rest of this space. The answer is probably planting more corn. So, yeah, canola's looking really good. So this will be corn. And I know we need to have some more beets as well. I don't have a great idea where to put those. Well, for lack of anything else, I guess I'll just stick those right there. It doesn't hurt to have a few more. So, what, 56? How about that? So that's my temporary solution to kind of start getting these numbers back up. We'll do something nicer later. I just want to make sure that I'm doing what I can, when I can, if it makes sense. Make sure this isn't marked for cutting. Good. Yeah, I can't let that get too far behind or I'm never going to do it. Oh, this is ready to get beaver boomed. Beautiful. And this, of course, cannot be built until we have the tubeway done. But you know what? I can place this now. I can do it. I can do it. Doesn't that look cool? If you disagree, that's fine, but I think it's cool. I think it is fantastic. So let's get that all the way across. There is a lower level also that we could use for... I'm not going to be able to click on the same way. Yes. Lower level we could possibly use to do power shafts or something, maybe a tubeway. So you have, like, you know, the scenic path on the top. And then the super fast, efficient, beautiful underneath thing here. Maybe it's not beautiful. Maybe it'll be ugly. I don't know. But you know what they say, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So if you want to see, come on, you want to see tubeways on the bottom here, let me know. If you want to see power shafts or whatever, but I think it's, I know we have tubeways underneath here because that's the way it goes. Or, you know, we could honestly just kind of leave it open. I was originally planning on putting trains here, yes, but that is going to be neat. And it looks cool, which honestly in a game like this is almost the entire point. So that... Wow, they're making good progress. Oh, there is so much water in here. Okay, what's going to get flooded because of this? Ah. Yeah, this is not going to go well in about... How does this happen every single episode, man? Yeah, the water's already here. Okay. Well, someone did say this exact problem would occur in the Folktales playthrough when I said I wanted to put the stuff on. Okay. This is gonna be annoying to solve. Okay. Yeesh. And I know it's entirely my fault. I have no one to blame but myself. The only way this problem is going to get solved at this point is if I... Yes, if I do something like this. I just have to completely fill this in. Okay, so now what we... Oh boy. For once I'd like to have one of these playthroughs where we don't have crisis all the time. Yeah, there's just no way around it. Just gonna have to get them to do this. So many beavers will get wet. It is a sacrifice that I am not willing to make, but a sacrifice I will have to accept. This will be very, very wet. And there's absolutely nothing I can do about it at this point. So, I think what's going to have to happen is I'm going to have to put a pump in here. But we do have power shafts. So what I could do, I could put an automated pump in that would run 24/7 if I could find a decent place to stick it. Okay, let's engineer this. With apologies to RCE for this not actually being good engineering. No, that has to be. Yeah, I'll just cut the engine off. No, not there. Okay, if I put that there. No, that can't go there. It has to go here because that's where I have to have my. Okay. Okay, now I'm just annoyed, but there's nothing else I can do about it. Come on, why can't I click on this? There we go. It's like that old meme. Why can't I hold all these limes? It's like, well, nobody knows why you're even holding the limes in the first place, but you know what? You do you. Do what you want. Oh no, that's why I did that way. That's why I did that way. Because that has to be... No, this has to... Okay. Alright, I played myself is what happened here. Well, that's what I was trying to do. Except now I don't have a way to get up here. So this is... I wanted it to be high enough that by the time they build this and have something solved to stop this cavern from becoming completely flooded, this would still be usable. And it seems most of what I have done is just mess. But that's going there, that's going there. I can kind of... Yeah, okay. So anyway, that'll be powered. This is all lowest level stuff, so this can pump out automatically, and it will have storage of, I don't know how much water storage, but every 0.4 hours it gets 2 pieces of water, and it's efficient, it's good. It just has to be emptied, and I have to have a water tank somewhere. Is this on up here? Okay. Yeah, put that as a supply. Alright, so yeah, this is about to get really stupid really fast. I need to have this finished ASAP. There's absolutely nothing I can do to stop this water from coming in. Like it's going to be in here in like 0.5 seconds. Yep, it's already here. It's already here. Already here. Yep. Alright, well, it's already too late. How incredibly disappointing. All right, we can kind of somewhat hopefully stop the bleeding by just pausing this entirely and forcing this to be closed and forcing this to be open and forcing that to be open, which is going to severely disrupt, you know, our whole reservoir business over here. Oh, 40 beavers with wet fur. I wonder how that happened. All right, folks. This thing's got to get running immediately. Got to get running immediately. Come on. Come on. You know you want to finish this. You know you want to do it. The cavern is filling rapidly here. Is this... Okay. Okay, no idea. No idea. First of all, figure out how to play this stupid game. Second of all, pause all further construction of tunnels. And then super prioritize the construction of dirt. Because that is super important. probably still going to completely fill that cavern up, and it's going to be unusable for like 3 cycles. Okay. Well, it's operating. It's going. But I think the water is rising a little bit too fast. Just a little bit too fast. Well, hey, at least we built this, and that was cool. Hooray. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. A bridge too far, indeed. At least they've made some really good progress on the terrain blocks. That's actually really good. Oh, just in time for a bad tide, too. Well, it's not going to get any worse after they put this terrain block in. Which, honestly, they probably didn't need to have this staircase in place. But it's fine. Okay. Boy, what a mess that was. Let's just visually confirm this is not getting worse. It is, in fact, getting better. Okay, so, you know what? That makes me feel a little bit less stupid. Yes, this is going to be a huge pain. It's going to take, like, a whole cycle to get drained out. But the good news is, now I can actually, you know, get the rest of this done. I believe all I have to do is get these guys to, build this out, and then I can have those tubeways. Oh, this exact same thing is happening here. Wait, okay, no. We talked about this. Oh, the tubeway levee. It could have saved me if I hadn't put the power shaft in. See, I planned. You can't see me, but I'm pointing at the screen. I planned for this. And then the other half of my brain saw the plans and completely ignored it. So, I have to, right here, not put a power shaft in. The power shaft is going to have to take a different route entirely. This tubeway tunnel is going to have to be a tubeway levee tunnel. So that this can't flood from underneath here. Boy, I hope that's enough. I really do. So, what that is going to mean is that they can just finish this, and then I can turn everything else back on. Because that is not built. Oh, they're building the tubeways from above because I had this. Okay. Well, tubeway levee, this is not your fault. I cannot blame you. I can only blame myself. It's fine. Let's check on the process of pumping out all of my shame here. Okay, I mean, it's going. It's going to be slow. Alright, this is fine. I'm going to have to have more storage for water. Honestly, all I have right now over here is just this one tank. Probably could stand to have some more. And I can't put it here because there's not enough depth. Just to demonstrate to you that obviously is not gonna that's not gonna fly. I could put a big tank here, but that's kind of ugly right in front of things. Is there anywhere over here I can stick one of these? The answer is probably... Oh, right here. Okay. No, that's not gonna fit symmetrically with that. I feel like this needs to be decorated somehow. I'll figure something out with that later. All of this to put a single terrain block in place so I can build the bridge. Moral of the story, kids. Never build the bridge. Never, ever build the bridge. Now, because we have a bad tide coming, I'm just... let's say highly motivated to make sure that this is going to be fine. This is completely sealed. There's no possible way for anything bad water related to come this way, and this is all height pressure based, so this isn't going to be a problem. Okay. I feel a little bit better about that. Now, if we take a look here again, Yeah, I'm just, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. I might as well just get these things all going again. Although I don't dare actually connect these two here. I can undo those. I just need the dirt to be put down so we don't have any problems. So let's super prioritize the dirt. Those are already super deprioritized, but you already know the prioritization system has, I shouldn't say flaws, because it's working exactly as designed. I just don't understand it. So it has peculiarities that I am not used to. Is this even in range? It is. Okay, and then this two-way levee. I'm going to be paranoid about this. I'm sorry. I have to be. Or it's going to go so poorly. I wish there was a vertical power shaft levee tunnel. Now, I know someone out there is saying, well, that's a completely stupid thing for you to want. And you're like, yeah, you're probably right. None of these would ever be that, huh? These are just shapes. Yeah. It is what it is. We got a couple pieces here to get put back in, and then I can come back and mess with that. But now it is bad tide time. Okay. I remember that I did this stupidly. Okay, that's closed. I thought for a second I had accidentally left it open. That's open. That's closed. This is locked open. It needs to be set to auto. And now we're fine because this is already open. Okay. Okay. We're good. We're good. I almost... What happened here? No. Oh, I set this wrong. Okay. All right. And I still didn't fix it. There we go. Well, not like it really matters anyway, because this still comes out through here. Why is this doing this? Oh. I didn't know this was here. How is that possible that I did not know that was there? Oh boy, what an educational episode. I do not like educational episodes. Clearly we still have a ton of work to do that I was not prepared to handle. But the good news is the pumping is continuing quite nicely. Let's come down over to here, if I can remember how to use the tools in the game. That's the tubeway levee. That's the tubeway tunnel that says it cannot be reached because it can't be reached. Okay, well that would be why it can't be reached. Let's unpause here, unpause here. They'll be able to build that, and then that connects to that, and then they can finally put this blasted piece in. Get it blasted because it's dirt. Anyway, put this dirt in, and then they could build the pretty bridge that caused all of our suffering. So, instead of, babysitting that, let's have a nice time lapse of all this water getting sucked out of the mine, because I know that is going to be a very therapeutic thing for me to sit here and watch for a moment. Then after that, I guess we can take a look at our bridge. Yes, I'll see you on the other side of this time lapse. Okay, so it is a new cycle, cycle 31, and we've pumped out a surprising amount of the water in here. Not all gone yet, but now it's time to go and see. This isn't done yet, really? I thought they would have had this connected by now. Oh, they're just slow. It is connected. I think. Did I do something wrong? Oh no, this guy's just hungry. Wait, where are you going? Where are you going with this? What in the world could you possibly... Okay, what in the world could you possibly be doing here? With this... Oh... This is being filled because why? This doesn't need to be here anymore. Here I was thinking that they were going to put this terrain block in, which they can't actually reach. Okay, I am being tried within an inch of my patience today. And it's all my fault. Well, all I have to do is get the stairs put in here, and then they can put this one terrain block in. And then, and only then, can they start building the bridge. Any moment now. Any moment now. They're going to show up with dirt in their hands, and they're going to, you know, pop it in here. There you go. Good job. Okay. Now, folks. Now we can build a bridge. And then get over it. Oh, boy. What a time. What a time this episode has been. Oh, boy. Well, we have all three of the monuments now. Well-being average is over 50. And we did technically connect things. So, I guess I can't be too upset. It's just, it's frustrating. It's so frustrating when stuff goes wrong and but it is what it is. So, right now you're seeing them time-lapse the construction of the bridge. By the time I talk to you again, the bridge will be finished, and then we can finish this episode and move on to the next. Alright, so the bridge is finished, and I didn't even have the time-lapse, and now I just sound like an idiot, but that's fine. This looks cool. It looks cool. We go all the way across here. For right now, just to get things situated here, I'm going to put in just this. Not the most beautiful thing ever. You are absolutely correct to think it is not the most beautiful thing ever. But it is, in fact, installed. And it is, in fact, working just as soon as they get these two platforms and the stairs done. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now the bridge works. And they can also just ignore it and take the tubeways. But it's there. And it looks cool. And we've discovered... Wait, what's flooded down here? Oh, that is... Yeah, that's the builders' huts that are flooded because... Not because of this, we fixed that problem. But they're flooded because everything else was flooded in this entire tubeway network. Well... eventually this will all get pumped out. It's just a tremendous quantity of water that, is going to take time. So, this one automated pump is currently the only pump pumping water because I didn't have enough storage to do much of anything else. So they are having to trek all this water all the way across everywhere. It's fine. It's going to be okay. But I think this is where I have to end this episode so I can go decompress. But hey, look at this. We can focus on the good stuff instead, right? We have 3 monuments right here. Well-being is looking great. We got a cool-looking bridge. And I learned what not to do. Whether it's a lasting lesson, we will, I guess, have to wait and see. That's fine. I appreciate you guys watching these videos. I genuinely do. It's really not possible to keep doing this without the Beard Boosters' support. Directly contributing to make sure that the sponsorship question never has to be a yes on this channel. We don't have to hawk frozen food or earbuds or mattresses or whatever. Just having fun playing with the beavers, and sometimes you get to laugh at my expense, I guess. But it really is not possible without those folks' support, so I'm always going to want to acknowledge them. And even if you're not on that list, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you chose to spend a little bit of your day with me today, and I hope we'll see each other again soon in the next video. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.